And with that, here we go. This is going to be break 1304, the 2021 Prizm Baseball 1-box. Pick your team. Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves, Zach Gallen of the Diamondbacks, Trevor Story of the Rockies, Francisco Lindor of the New York Mets, followed by Mike Schmidt of the Phillies. Then we're going to have a Nate Pearson RC of the Toronto Blue Jays headed to John. Welcome to Break Traders, John. Dylan Carlson RC of the St. Louis Cardinals, and that's going to Mr. CEO. An Illumination, Pete Alonso of the New York Mets, going to Leo. And then we have Luis Robert of the Chicago White Sox. We're going to have the blue out of 199. That's Mr. Kyle Hendricks of the Chicago Cubs. A red Will Castro of the Detroit Tigers headed to Justin. Welcome to Break Traders, Justin. And then a stargazing Jose Ramirez of the Cleveland Guardians. And that is going to be headed to Cynthia. On to our next pack right here. All right, we have Blake Snell of the Padres, an Alex Manoah RC of the Toronto Blue Jays headed to John. Following that up with Tucker Davidson of the Atlanta Braves, and that's going to Chris, another rookie right there. Nolan Arenado of the Cardinals, Alex Rodriguez of Seattle, Joey Gallo of Texas, Jacob deGrom of the Mets, a fearless Paul Goldschmidt of the St. Louis Cardinals going to Mr. CEO. Willie Adams of the Tampa Bay Rays, and it looks like we're going to have our first auto, and that is a debut signatures, Ramon Laureano of the Oakland Athletics. And that is heading to Adam. Nice hit right there. And then we're going to follow that up with a silver Luis Garcia RC of the Washington Nationals going to Leo, and then a Lumber Inc. outfield, that is Jordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros. Mike Yastrzemski of the Giants, followed by a Luis Garcia RC of the New York Yankees going to Jim. Then we have an Andrew Vaughn RC of the Chicago White Sox going to Shannon, followed up by Devi Garcia of the New York Yankees, and that's going to Jim, followed by Tyler Glasnow of the Tampa Bay Rays, a Joe Adele RC of the Los Angeles Angels, and that is going to be going to Phil, followed by Cal Ripken Jr. of the Baltimore Orioles, a old school Prizm Ken Griffey Jr. of the Seattle Mariners. Oh baby, I think we're going to have a really beautiful card coming right here. JT Realmuto of the Phillies, followed by a blue Tim Anderson of the Chicago White Sox. And then we're going to have the Fireworks Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees. And we've got a big one coming up here. And here we go, folks. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Boom goes the dynamite. It is a Fernando Tatis Jr. Lava Flow. And that is of the San Diego Padres. The San Diego Padres right there. And that is going to Jim. Congratulations, Jim. And that lava flow is definitely going to get a sizzle sticker. What a beautiful card. The last sold on eBay for $211, and that was sold today. Great Fernando Tatis Jr. lava. Whew. Very pretty. I'm working on it, Haley. I'm trying to remember the way you like it. We have Bobby Dahlbach, RC of the Boston Red Sox, headed to Rich, followed by DJ LeMahieu of the New York Yankees. Then we have Ozzie Smith of the St. Louis Cardinals, Justin Verlander of the Astros, Javier Baez of the Chicago Cubs, Miguel Yajur of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that is going to Jim. Following that up with Starling Marte of the Marlins, Ramon Laureano of the Oakland Athletics, the Fearless edition right there. Then we have Jorge Oña, RC, Jorge Oña of the San Diego Padres going to Jim, followed by Sandy Koufax out of 25. Sandy Koufax out of 25 with that old school of the Los Angeles Dodgers going to Cynthia. And then we have a red Jose Garcia RC, followed up by a rookie class Alex Baum of the Philadelphia Phillies. I'll try out a few different ones tonight, and then y'all can pick the best one. We just need to fill more breaks to get that rocking and rolling tonight. Folks, 30% off all baseball breaks this evening. Logan Gilbert of the Seattle Mariners headed to Jim, followed by Brandon Woodruff of the Milwaukee Brewers. Then we have a Clark Schmidt of the New York Yankees RC right there going to Jim, followed by Max Scherzer of the Nationals, Giancarlo Stanton of the New York Yankees. Then we have Edward Olivares of the Kansas City Royals. Edward Olivares of the Kansas City Royals headed to Mr. CEO, followed by Alex Kirilloff of the Minnesota Twins. Alex Kirilloff of the Minnesota Twins right there. A stained glass Mike Trout of the Los Angeles Angels going to Phil. Then we have Clayton Kershaw, and then it's going to be another rookie signatures, and that is Deivi Garcia of the New York Yankees. Deivi Garcia of the New York Yankees right there, and that is going to be heading to Jim. Followed up by a silver Walker Buehler of the Los Angeles Angels going to Phil, and then a rookie class Ke'Bryan Hayes of the Pittsburgh Pirates going to Jim. And Phil, yeah, I'm not quite sure if people really want those old school cards or not. I mean, I know Prizm just typically, like Prizm and Absolute, unless you hit really a Kaboom or a Lava Flow. Kaboom for Absolute, Lava Flow for Prizm, they're not worth much because they're not licensed. Starting off with the Evan White RC of the Mariners, Paul Goldschmidt of the St. Louis Cardinals, Justin Turner of the Dodgers, Eloy Jimenez of the White Sox, Albert Pujols of the Angels, Walker Buehler of the Dodgers, a Johan Ovidio RC of the St. Louis Cardinals headed to Mr. CEO, followed by Tyler Stevenson of the Cincinnati Reds going to Rich. Then an Illumination Vlad Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays headed to John, followed up by Yordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros, a blue Willie Stargell of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and a Sluggers Juan Soto of the Washington Nationals. Oh yeah, 100%. That Tatis Lava Flow last sold on eBay for $211. One sold before that for $450. Another one sold for $225, $189. So at a minimum $200. Frank Thomas, followed up by a Pavin Smith RC of the Arizona Diamondbacks going to Adam right there. Then we have Jorge Guzman of the Miami Marlins. And that is going to Leo, followed by an Edward Kalina RC of the Minnesota Twins, going to Jim. Kevin Biggio of the Blue Jays, a Brian Hayes RC of the Pittsburgh Pirates, heading to Jim. Daniel Johnson RC of the Cleveland Guardians, followed out by a Mookie Betts of the Dodgers. Mookie Betts of Stained Glass of the Dodgers. We have Tony Gwynn of the Padres. Derek Hill, RC Blue of the Detroit Tigers, going to Justin. A red Ramon Laureano of the Oakland Athletics going right there. And then we have a stargazing Trey Turner of the Washington Nationals. We have an Anderson Tejada RC of the Texas Rangers headed to Mr. CEO. Rafael Devers of the Boston Red Sox. Tristan McKenzie RC of the Cleveland Guardians headed to Cynthia. Then we have Ian Anderson of the Atlanta Braves going to Chris. Followed up by Letty Travaris of the Texas Rangers headed to Mr. CEO. Then we have Rafael Marchand of the Philadelphia Phillies going to Jim. Followed by Whit Merrifield of the Kansas City Royals. A Illumination Joe Adele of the Los Angeles Angels going to Phil. Followed up by Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals. A Fearless Chris Bryant of the Chicago Cubs. And that is going to be heading to Rich. Followed up by a red George Springer of the Toronto Blue Jays. And then a championship stage Kyle Hendricks of the Chicago Cubs as well. And we've got breaks closing left and right here. We're getting them on the schedule right now. Looks like we have 1357, 1150, and 1151. Those will be up there on the schedule very shortly. Carlos Correa of the Houston Astros, Jim Thome of the Guardians, an Andre Scrub RC of the Houston Astros headed to Cynthia, followed by Braylon Marquez of the Chicago Cubs going to Rich. Then we have Larry Walker of the Colorado Rockies, Reyes Hoskins of the Phillies, Willie Stargell of the Pirates, Babe Ruth of the Yankees, Jose Altuve, Fearless of the Houston Astros going to Cynthia. Then we have a Michael Brantley of the Astros and an Isaac Paredes RC of the Detroit Tigers going to Justin. Then we have a Lumbers Inc. DJ LeMahieu of the New York Yankees. And we have 3 packs left in this break. We have Zach McKinstry of the Los Angeles Dodgers RC right there, heading to Cynthia, followed by Luis Diaz RC of the Miami Marlins going to Leo. And then we're going to have a Luis Campusano of the San Diego Padres, followed by Spencer Howard of the Philadelphia Phillies. And then we have Manny Machado of the San Diego Padres, a Jorge Mateo RC of the Padres as well going to Jim. Willie McCovey of the Giants, an old school Sandy Koufax of the Los Angeles Dodgers, followed up by a Dalton Varsho RC of the Arizona Diamondbacks headed to Adam. And then we have And then we have a lime green Ken Griffey Jr., and that is going to be out of 125 of the Seattle Mariners. And then a red Ramon Urias RC of the Baltimore Orioles going to Bobby and Marla. And then a Sluggers Charlie Blackmon of the Colorado Rockies. Looks like things are definitely moving on the site this evening. Trey Turner of the Nationals, a Jared Kelenic RC of the Seattle Mariners going to Jim, followed up by Austin Meadows of the Tampa Bay Rays, a Dalton Jeffries RC of the Oakland Athletics going to Adam. And then we're going to have Freddie Freeman of the Braves, followed up by Alejandro Kirk of the Toronto Blue Jays, going to John. Then we have Brandon Lowe of the Tampa Bay Rays, a Garrett Cole Fearless of the New York Yanks headed to Jim. And then we have Hyun-Jin Ryu of the Blue Jays, and it's going to be our last auto, and that is going to be Mr. Brady Singer of the Kansas City Royals. Nice hit right there. Then we have the silver Hyun-Jin Ryu of the Toronto Blue Jays and a rookie class Brady Singer of the Kansas City Royals. Would love to see that Topps chrome filled. Would be the first time we break that. Then we have Daniel Lynch of the Kansas City Royals going to Mr. CEO, followed by Alex Verdugo of the Red Sox. Jared Olivia, RC of the Pittsburgh Pirates, going to Jim, followed up by Ryan Castellani, RC of the Colorado Rockies, going to Adam. Then we have Jack Morris of the Twins, Charlie Blackmon of the Rockies, a Josh Fleming, RC of the Tampa Bay Rays, going to Leo. Shane Bieber of the Guardians, an Illumination Jose Ramirez of the Guardians as well, going to Cynthia. Kirby Puckett of the Twins, a blue Dean Kremer of the Baltimore Orioles, going to Bobby and Marla, followed by an emergent Jared Kelenic of the Seattle Mariners. Alrighty, we're gonna run through these rookie hits and then our featured cards. We have the blue Dean Kremer of the Baltimore Orioles going to Bobby and Marla, an emergent Jared Kelenic of the Seattle Mariners going to Jim, a rookie class Brady Singer of the Kansas City Royals going to Mr. CEO, a red Ramon Urias of the Baltimore Orioles going to Bobby and Marla, a blue Derek Hill out of 60, and that is of the Detroit Tigers headed to Justin. A rookie class Brian Hayes of the Pirates to Jim. Alex Bam of the Philadelphia Phillies going to Jim. And then a red Jose Garcia of the Cincinnati Reds going to Rich. And now on to our featured cards. Alrighty. First up, we have the Auto 25 Sandy Koufax Old School of the Los Angeles Dodgers headed to Cynthia. And then we have our rookie signatures. We have Brady Singer, Devi Garcia, and the debut signatures, Ramon Laureano. Devi Garcia of the New York Yankees headed to Jim. Brady Singer of the Kansas City Royals is going to be going to Mr. CEO. And the Ramon Laureano debut signatures of the Oakland Athletics is going to be going to Adam. And then another BT first occurred this evening, and that is the Lava Flow hit. And that is Fernando Tatis Jr. of the San Diego Padres, And that is going to be headed to Jim. Alrighty, folks. And there we have it. That is break 1304, the 2021 Prizm Baseball 1-box Pick Your Team. And we will be back from BT Field for some certified